Hey, what's up, buddy? This is Wos, and we have our Week 2 Season 6 matchup in the PWC versus the La Marina, Man, Lapresses, and Seth, as you can see by the name of my team. Um, no team builder this week. I originally recorded one, and then I changed a couple things on it, so instead of re-recording it or doing a little added-on thing afterwards, I didn't feel like doing that shit, so I was going to do it now quick. To go over his team, he had access to Mega Beedrill, Hippowdon, Salamence, Decidui, Chandelure, Granbull, Lapras, Umbreon, excuse me, Mandibuzz, Rotom Heat, and Blissey. Let's go over our team. We have Celesteela with leftovers, rocking HP Ice, Flash Cannon, Protect, and Stone Edge, especially defensive. This thing can wall both Salamence and Mega Beedrill pretty easily, along with like Hippowdon and stuff like that. The only thing he's gonna bring, I knew he was gonna bring Rotom Heat offensive with Thunderbolt, Overheat, HP Ice, and I don't know, Trick or Volt Switch, one of the two. Just because it was the only thing he really had to take on both Celesteela and Mega Aerodactyl decently easily. Especially the thing that can outspeed it running Scarf, which I wasn't sure what he was going to be, but I figured he was going to be offensive variant of one of those two. We also have Mega Aerodactyl, and I think this is the 1 week out of the season I can't run Adamant on it. I had to run Jolly in case Mega Beedrill. There's no way Mega Beedrill would come. He has Mega Beedrill, but I have Celesteela and Lando T, which both completely wall it. Like, you can't do shit to me, either one of those. We also have Slack King, rocking the Choice Scarf for Turn Knight / Rock Slide and Grass Knot. We have Basic Bitch, the Expert Belt, Ice Beaming, Ancient Power, Focus Blast, and Flash Canning in Kyurem. I'll go over the reason I only have 84 invested in speed in a second when we get down there. We also have the general Lando T, rocking leftovers, Stealth Rocks, Knockoff, EQ, U-Turn, defensively. Like I said, just in case he does bring the Mega Beedrill's easiest wall ever and stuff like that. And then we also have Mew here, leftovers, Defog, Tailwind, Psychic, U-Turn. The reason I have 84 EVs in speed on this is if I can get up a late game Tailwind, I outspeed everything, pretty much, unless something is scarfed. But from this outspeed, I can outspeed a +1 Salamence, which is one thing that if you would get to +1, it will be kind of difficult to take out. But if I can do that, I should be good. So that was kind of the team we were going with. Originally, I had Slacking Banded and Lander T wasn't here. I had Scarfed Gardevoir with Moonblast, Psyshock, Healing Wish, and like Energy Ball or some shit like that. I don't know if what the other move was. But I did change those up like literally 2 or 3 minutes before the game because I'm smart and intelligent. So what I thought he was gonna bring, I knew Rotom He was coming. I knew Blissey was coming. I figured one of the 2 ghost types was going to come. After that, I really wasn't sure. I thought Granbull would definitely be there. Umbreon possibly. But instead, he brings a completely different team than what I thought he was going to bring. And yeah, this is an incredibly fat team. Fuck me. I don't play well against Stall ever. I don't. I get too anxious and trying to... Yeah, it's just not good. So like I said, he brought both the ghost types. He brought Blissey. Obviously, it pretty much walls Kyurem. Hippowdon came, Umbreon, and Rotom He. Like I said, it was going to be offensive. I need that. Leading off here, I just want to lead off with Slacking. Try to get off as much damage on something as I could. He goes into Blissey. Okay, I'm just going to fire off a return and do a lot of damage. And the 1 week I bring it is the week that he brings Stall. And how many Mons are going to have Protect on this team. Which kind of suck. Because, yeah, I can't do anything. He's going to be the Wish, Protect, Toxic variant, most likely. He gets up Stealth Rocks, too. Okay. So he's going to switch out. I'm just going to... Like I said, I had to go into Lando T. At that point, I had nothing to do. I should have gone Rocks up here. I really, really, really should have gone up Rocks there. But instead of U-turn out, figuring he's going to switch. Alright, whatever. This gives me a chance to go out into Mew and get up a Defog, get rid of these rocks immediately. Speed it up a little bit. He's going to switch out into Umbreon, which is a good I mean, you really can't do much, especially if I start going for a psychic or something like that. But I get up a defog and I U-turn out, trying to get some momentum, and just I don't have anything else to touch this thing with. And there's really no point at this point for going for a tailwind. Pretty much get outspeed most things. He foul plays, so at that point it's going to be the Wish foul play set. There you go. Except I'm going to do nothing to this, and this is going to be a really annoying mod to take down with Wish. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Even with Flash Cannon that's stab, I'm still doing absolutely nothing, so it's especially defensive. And it's back up to full, so fuck me. I want to protect here, get off a little bit of extra, get up some more leftovers, that way he can set up the Wish and go into whatever he wants to go into. I'm going to double out though, not double out, I'm going to go into Hercules Mulligans, can't talk. He goes into Desi Dui, and he sets up a nasty plot. So at this point, I'm cool. The only thing that's physical, that actually has a physically attacking move, other than foul play, which is depending upon how strong your attack is Hip Out on. So I'm like, fuck. This Lando T set, or this Lando T is useless at this point. So I really wish I really wish I would have brought Guard of War. I think I originally planned to. It would have put in so much work against this team. But that's my mistake for second guessing myself. He's going to set up a nasty plot. Okay, cool. He's going to switch out into something. I'm just going to go into Lando T just to sack it off. Like, there's everything else at least has some sort of use on this team. He has none. Excuse me. So he's going to fire off an HP Ice, which I figured, because the HP Ice Thunderbolt Overheat set actually does a lot of work against me. I'm going to bring in Slaking. He has two options here. He can either stay in, or he can switch out into one of his ghost types. That's pretty much what his option is. Or even, that's what I was thinking at least. I figured he might go into Chandelure, expecting a return, but instead, nope, he goes out into this thing. And I was like, shit, I don't have anything for this, other than cure him. So I'm going to go right on to cure him, expecting him to want to, talk, or get up rocks or something like that. Maybe he's running dual rockers, I don't know. But I miss it, thankfully, for me, guys, fuck me. And I'm just going to go right out into make Aerodactyl, making the obvious read of him going out into Blissey. So cool, this gives me an opportunity to set up. I'm going to set up a Hone Claws, which is awesome. He's going to set up a Wish. So still, I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't so bad. I'm going to set up another one, expecting him to either protect or switch out. He goes out into Umbreon. I get up my second Hone Claws. Here's the thing, though. This thing is so bulky, I need a crit on Stone Edge to take this thing out. If I crit on Stone Edge, I have a somewhat decent chance of winning, especially if that Rotom Heat is not scarfed. I have a good chance of winning. I pretty much win at that point, actually, because everything pretty much dies. I think a +2 Aqua Tail does like 60% to Hip Out on, so I need the crit, but I don't get it. Makes sense. He takes me out to foul play. I knew that was going to take me out, but at that point I needed to pull this game out. I really needed that to go down, and hopefully he wasn't fully defensive. I don't know. I'm just going to U-turn because I know him faster. I know I can take it out. And if he wants to switch out, I can get momentum. So it's not a 6-0. Fantastic. I'm going to go out into Kyurem. He's going to go right onto Blissey. The same thing he's gone out to 5 times now. I'm just going to switch out into Celesteela. And he's going to Seismic Toxic. Cool. Okay, he actually has a move that can hit me. So he doesn't have Toxic. He's going to get up his rocks again. I mean, that's annoying. And I'm doing 18%. Like, I'm doing nothing to these mons. Like, this is why it's... I hate stall. Or just this, I refer to this as league stall. But he's going to set up a Wish and then switch out, which is what he's going to do. And Hercules, I'm just going to fire off returns and just hope shit happens at this point to start getting off damage and YOLOing the shit out of everything. Like, I'm not even joking at this point of the game. I legitimately just start pressing my most damaging moves to what I think. I'm not trying to predict. I'm just trying to speed up the process at this point a little bit because I know I lost. I can't come back from this, really. So he misses a Rock Slide. Unless I get really lucky. Then I might be able to bring this back. But I'm going to defog. And then after that, he's going to EQ. I'm just going to start firing off Psychics. I have no reason not to. It hits everything. And if he wants to bring in Blissey, or one of the ghost types, I can just U-turn out the next turn. Just, I want this thing dying sooner than later, because then I can bring in Kyurem and hopefully maybe win due to some luck. It's pretty much like the only chance I have at this point, because I really can't take Blissey out very easily at all. So like I said, I'm just going to keep firing off returns. He's going to take me out with an EQ, finally. Awesome. Now I'm going to immediately go right out into my Kyurem. And from right here, I'm just going to fire off Focus Blast. This is what I like to refer to as a fuck it Focus Blast. A fuck it Focus Blast. Which is a point of the game where you just say fuck it, and you just start Focus Blasting in. If you miss, you don't care. I hit 2, which is awesome. Because this thing is really getting dwindled down. I was like, okay, maybe I have a chance here. I'm going to switch out into Slacking though, because I know he's going to switch out. Or Protect. Here's one of those two options. I was like, alright, cool. I'm really still behind the 8 ball. I'm going to switch out into Celesteela. I really wish I would have brought like the Leech Seed Protect variant of it, because at that point I would have, I don't know, maybe had an easier time doing this, but he gets up his rocks. I'm going to fire Stone Edge, and it's still doing absolutely fucking nothing. So I'm like, shit, fuck this. He's going to Wish. I'm going to Stone Edge again, because why not? Doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get differential down as quickly as I can. He's going to go out into Decidueye, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to fire off an HP Ice at this point. I sets up another Nasty Plot. Alright, whatever. It doesn't do shit because it's so especially bulky. And I'm going to fire off a Stone Edge. Rock Slide, whichever one it is. Stone Edge. Because I knew he's going to want to go into one of his fire types. He goes in there. Cool. I still can't take this thing out. I Protect here. Because there is a... depending on what his move was, I don't know, maybe he missed a Focus Blast or something like that. I have a slight chance of... No, I don't. I have 0 chance of living that. I'm just going to straight after this go into Slacking. I know I got Speed. I have Scarfed, even if he's Scarfed, I don't care. Night Slash will take it out. So cool, we're down to a 4-0 deficit. He goes into Powdon. I'm just going to switch out into Kyurem. There's no point in me staying in. Yes, I take Rocks damage. He's going to fire for Toxic, I believe, and nope, Rock Slide miss. Whatever, he missed his attack, whatever. So I'm going to be a douchebag at this point and fire off an Ancient Power and hope that I get my boost. I don't. I really just had to kind of go for that and hopefully something would happen. I don't know. I was just trying to make things happen. I'm going to take it out with an Ice Beam in the next play. Cool 3-0. Santa's still up for a couple turns. I'm going to go into, or he goes into Rotom Heat. I can live with Thunderbolt. And I can Ancient Power. And if I get the boost, I might actually have a chance of winning this game. Oh, but don't worry about it. I don't. Instead, I die to Sandstorm, and I just go into Hercules Mulligan and fire off a return because Rock Slide because I have no reason not to. Bring this down to a 2-0. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just going to go into Decidueye, set up a Nasty Plot, and then just take me out the next turn. I had no chance of winning this game, really, just because he out-prepped me so badly. I really did not expect like a stally, bulkier team to come. I really thought Salamence was coming and stuff like that, but he out-prepped me. Good game, Seth. We are 1-1 in this league this season, and yeah, we'll just go from here. Hopefully bring out a win this week because I'm recording it so late. And yeah, thank you for watching, and peace.